Good morning and welcome to Bible class. Today we get to see Jesus as a teacher again, and today Jesus is teaching about something very fun and exciting, something we all love. Are you guys ready? This is what he's teaching about. He's teaching about treasure. You guys all know about this treasure box. You get to get something out of here when you have answered 5 questions right. Jesus today is talking about treasure and how he thinks that we need to have our treasure be something maybe a little different than the kind of treasure that we have in this.
Where's my treasure at?
I don't know. I just know I want my treasure.
I need my treasure back. If I'm not with my treasure, then I'm not happy.
Well, I told you to watch the treasure and now it's gone. I want my treasure.
Let's go find it. We have to get it back.
We didn't steal that treasure for nothing.
I'll spend my dying days till I get that treasure. I'm so glad we got our treasure back.
Oh, thank goodness we found our treasure.
I'll never let go of my treasure.
I know this thing is so heavy, but there's no way I'm letting it go.
Mwah, mwah, mwah. I love treasure.
Those pirates were super funny. That was great. But that is what our lesson is about today, is about caring more about treasure than about God and his kingdom. And we want to make sure that our treasure is the right kind of treasure. Jesus in our lesson today tells us that there is something way more important that we should be thinking about instead of money. So, I hope you guys enjoy Bible class today. Our Bible story today comes from Luke 12. And in this story, a very large crowd is following Jesus. While they were following him, a man came up to him and said, "Teacher, teacher, please tell my brother to share our father's money with me." Now, Jesus knows a lot about people, and what Jesus knew is that this man was being greedy, and all he really cared about was having money and having things. And so Jesus told the man this story. A rich man owned land that produced many crops.
By golly, do I have a lot of crops this year.
He didn't have anywhere to put them all. He had so many.
I have so many I can't even fit them in this barn.
But he had a great idea. He decided,
I know. I'll tear this barn down and build a bigger barn.
Then he was like, I'll have so much stored up.
I'll have so much stored up, I can just relax and not work ever again.
But God told the man, you are a fool. You could die tonight. And then what good is everything that you have? That farmer sure had a lot of strawberries, didn't he? And he thought that he had just the perfect idea. Oh, I've got so much strawberries and so much land. I'll just store all this stuff that I won't have to work anymore. God told the man, listen, you don't even know if you're still going to be here tomorrow. So why would you work so hard storing up things that aren't even going to last? What does last? Do you guys know what lasts? Nothing here on earth lasts, but God says heaven lasts forever. Jesus told that man the story about the farmer because he wanted to warn people about storing up treasures for themselves here on earth and not being generous with their money. Then Jesus told everyone something else. He told everyone not to worry. He said, don't worry about what you're going to eat and what you're going to wear. And then he talked about the birds, and he's like, look, the birds don't store up things. They don't collect. And yet God takes care of them. And doesn't God care more about you than the birds? Then Jesus talked about the flowers in the fields, and he said, these flowers in the fields, they're beautiful. Do they work? Do they make clothes for themselves? No, they don't. And yet he said they are dressed even more splendid and wonderful than a king himself. And God takes care of them. If that is how God takes care of grass, which grows today and then is cut down tomorrow, then won't he take care of you even more? Then he talked about seeking God's kingdom, right? And he wants us to be seeking and working for God's kingdom. He doesn't want us to be working super, super hard to buy ourselves as many toys as we can. He said, God will give you what you need. Now, there's a big difference between needing something and wanting something, but God gives us what we need. He said this one really important thing. He talked about your heart. Jesus is always talking about your heart. He said, for where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. That was our last class about Jesus being a teacher, so I'm going to ask Wiggles and Squawker to help us remember all the things that Jesus taught. All right, Squawker, what was the very first lesson that Jesus taught?
Oh, I remember this one. Jesus taught that why you do good things is just as important as doing good things.
Oh, that's right. Very good, Squawker. Okay, here's another question, Squawker. What is your reward?
Oh, I know this one too. Squawk, 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 squawk. Jesus told us that your reward is not getting praises here on earth, but your reward is in heaven and getting to go to heaven. Yay!
Okay, Wiggles, your turn. When Jesus was teaching how to pray, what was something that he taught?
Ruff, ruff, ruff. Jesus taught that when you pray, you have to pray boldly, and you have to say your prayers over and over and over and over and over and over again.
That's right, Wiggles. Very, very good. All right, here's another question for you, Wiggles. Is life about treasure here on earth?
Your treasure should be in heaven, because guess what? You see this big heart on me that says love? Well, where your heart is what you love. And if you love things here on earth, then you're not gonna be loving the things in heaven as much.
That was very good, you guys. Thank you for always helping us out in Bible class. All right, you guys have a good week. Bye-bye.